So Juju's concussion, people might remember, very similar to the Tua one, where you saw the fencing reaction. So you saw the hands come up, you saw him kind of putting his hands around his chin and face area, and you saw him kind of holding that position, and it took for a while to kind of get out of it.
My bad.
You saw him do that fencing position, which is what's very, very scary and is immediately going to get called out for concussion protocol. Like, that's obvious sign no matter what. Fencing doesn't actually necessarily pertain to how severe the concussion is. So it's really going to be dependent on his symptoms. So if, like, say today, if he still had a headache, they'd probably going to keep him out. The one thing with Juju is I think this is his fourth concussion since he's been in the league, since 2019. I'm fairly certain it's his fourth, which is nothing to scoff about. So they're going to be playing it a little bit like safe to the chest. Yeah.
When does, like, the yellow flag go up? Around the fourth one?
Anything past the second one.
Oh, okay.
I've had many conversations with family members or just like patients and stuff, and they talk to me. I'm like, "Oh, did you play football?" I was like, "Yeah, I played football. I had a concussion. Like, it's not the end of the world, but like, I think the number that I would start like being cautious at is after 2. If like my son or child gets 2 concussions in a sport, I might sit there and be like, okay, I'm gonna at least monitor how he is after this, or how they are, if she's like having trouble reading, or all of a sudden changes, like different attitude, or has like more than natural mood swings for a child. I don't know. I'm assuming they're gonna be a teenager by this point at least. Then I might consider it. So 4 is a little skeptical, but also if they're a professional athlete, I'm gonna be like, dude, your choice, man. You do whatever you want to do. But if I'm like for sure high school kid into college, like you get 2 concussions, I'm gonna monitor a little bit closely. Third one, I might have some serious conversations. How severe is it? What's going on? How far apart were they? That'll be kind of my limiting factor there. That's when I'd really have a look at it. But the one thing is this doesn't necessarily say how bad it was, but I think he's going to miss at least a week. Just from how people are reacting to it. They probably should keep him out.
They already had their bye week already?
Yeah. So he should, and they just got Kadarius Toney. They have MVS. They have like a decent number of weapons now.
Yeah. Everybody's understanding the playbook for sure.
Yeah. So I wouldn't like. I don't think he's gonna play next week. But again, that's gonna be if he passes protocol. Like, doesn't matter what I say, honestly. If he passes protocol, he passes protocol. It's $1 billion business, for matter of fact.
Yeah.
It's not gonna matter if you can play. You can play.